So, welcome back, friends. Finally, we find the Nvidia has reported its fiscal first quarter results after the bell. After the bell today, a lot of things have happened. One of them is Nvidia results, which were keenly anticipated. So, the earnings per share is $1.87 adjusted versus 1.76 estimated. Revenues have come in at $81.62 billion versus 78.86 billion estimated. And we have the cash dividend has been hiked to 25 cents a share, an ordinary share, as compared to 1 cent, which was existing. So, data center revenues have nearly doubled, and this is quite an interesting analysis. But we still find that the Nvidia stock is down marginally, just about 1.2 percentage in the aftermarket hours. So it's good. $80 billion buyback also they have announced, right? And cash dividend they have given. So it has said in a related corporate filing that the company invested $18.6 billion in private companies and infrastructure funds during its fiscal first quarter. Regarding that figure, NVIDIA noted in the filing that some of these investments include AI model makers that may indirectly purchase or use our products in the cloud. I'm sure you understand whom am I referring to. So that is how the and there's a saying, right? Sell on news. It's really just marginally down, but this is how the market reacts, because there are other news also which are coming now. So we see very important news that is there is that SpaceX has filed for the IPO. Okay, its IPO filing sets up a likely Nasdaq debut next month. Goldman Sachs is the lead left manager on the prospectus, followed by Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, Citigroup, and JP Morgan Chase. SpaceX was valued at $1.25 trillion in February after merging with xAI, that is Elon Musk's artificial intelligence startup, meaning that new investors will be buying in at a historically high price. IPO is likely to be the first of the three potential mega offerings this year, with OpenAI also indicating today itself that they are also eyeing the public market. Anthropic is also expected to be filing soon. Now, follow-up filings from SpaceX will lay out the expected per share pricing range and likely more detail on the top shareholders of SpaceX, which will all be very interesting news in the days and weeks to come. So that's it. SpaceX is officially headed for the public market in what's likely to be a record IPO that will put the world's richest person at the helm of two separate trillion-dollar publicly traded companies. So in a prospectus that was filed today, that SpaceX said that it plans to list under the ticker symbol SPCX on the Nasdaq. And SpaceX confidentially filed with the SEC in April, and finally it's aiming to kick off a roadshow to market the deal on June 8. So founded by Musk in 2002 to develop and operate reusable rockets, SpaceX has turned into NASA's biggest launch partner after the agency ended its space shuttle program in 2011. In addition to its massive aerospace and defense contracts, SpaceX also operates the Starlink satellite internet service and a constellation of around 10,000 satellites, as well as artificial intelligence unit xAI, which previously acquired X, the social network formerly known as Twitter. So the SpaceX is really not just those satellites which they put in orbit. It's it has X also, which is the formerly Twitter. It has got Starlink satellite internet services. So it's a hybrid company of many things. It's also got XAI, which is the artificial intelligence unit of Elon Musk. All these various companies and operations make it an interesting cocktail, and the pricing of SpaceX will therefore be very interesting once the details come out in future filings. So here we go, friends. We have a very nice and an interesting setup, not only for SpaceX, but also to be followed by OpenAI, which is now also indicating that it will be soon going IPO. So all these things hit the market, they create a lot of enthusiasm. The drawback is they, however, suck out a lot of liquidity from the secondary market, naturally being very high in terms of the volume of the offering. They do suck out a lot of liquidity, and that can sometimes that once it goes out of the system can create. Nevertheless, this is such a the amount of funds which are available is very good. And OpenAI, you must note, is mentioned twice in SpaceX S1 filing. The company is listed as one of SpaceX's key competitors in artificial intelligence, along with Anthropic, Google, Meta, Microsoft, and open source model providers and social networks, including Meta's Threads, Reddit, and TikTok. OpenAI is also mentioned in a section of the filing that explains SpaceX Grok AI models. SpaceX says that its accelerated development cadence positions Grok among the fastest advancing frontier models relative to peers, including OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google. It also says that capital expenditures in the first quarter totaled $10.1 billion, more than doubling from a year earlier. Vast majority of those costs, 7.7 billion, were for AI, with the rest spent on space and connectivity. So interesting IPOs. It will keep Nasdaq very much alive and kicking, and look forward to talking with you soon once again. Take care. Have a nice rest of the day. Take care. Bye bye.